Oh, it's Thursday. Get on in here. It's the last hurrah for summer. A few days left, and we're wearing our summer gear for the last time. It is September the 19th. Here's what we're working on this morning. The late billionaire owner of Harrods department store in London has been accused of rape and sexual assault.
Closer to home, there's going to be increased security at the Ancaster Fair this weekend.
And Ellen DeGeneres.
Catch up on what's been going on with
yeah, she's back with a new Netflix special.
I decided to take up gardening. I got chickens.
Yeah, I looked in the closet today, saw the lilac suit, and I'm like, this is it.
There we go.
You get one more wear before we put her away
and I've kind of got my
winter.
Summer colors on. Steve, you do too. So, okay, one big last hurrah.
That's right, because it looks like as we get into next week, we'll be getting back to more seasonal conditions, a little unsettled, some rain coming. So the end of our real nice stretch of basically 2 weeks of great weather is going to be happening, but we'll enjoy what we've got until that happens. So just 6 o'clock in the morning, 1 minute after it, actually in about 15 seconds. Let's check and see what's happening on your highways. And again today, the theme continues all this week. It is busy on the roads no matter where you are. Just looking at our one camera here behind me, moving through the area along the 403 between Hamilton and the Burlington area. It's busy both east and westbound. Let's go down towards the Niagara area to start off and have a look here. It's quiet there, but a little more traffic than you would normally see here. Usually in Niagara, it's fairly quiet to start the day. By Ontario Street, though, again, we're starting to see things sort of build up in through Hamilton. Okay, the Skyway Bridge here, eastbound, coming towards us. Here's what we've seen on the go right now. It's building along the way. Make the turn at Brant Street, 403 and the QEW getting together. We're starting to see, again, a build up here, but traffic's moving along in good shape. Weather, again, not being a factor for the drive today, both the going to or away. And up by Pearson Airport, it is fairly busy again today. So a good start to the day, but make sure you give yourself lots of extra time. And there's some fog out there as well. We'll look into the weather and check more traffic coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Steve, we go across the pond with some breaking news this morning. In a BBC documentary, late Harrods owner Mohamed Al-Fayed has been accused of multiple rapes by staff members. So the documentary and podcast, Al-Fayed, Predator at Harrods, heard testimony from more than 20 female ex-employees who say the billionaire sexually assaulted them, including rape. So according to evidence collected by the BBC, the incidents, they took place in London, Paris, Saint-Tropez, and Abu Dhabi. Al-Fayed did not face accusations again of sexual assault when he was alive, but the BBC reports includes fresh allegations and more alleged victims. Harrods' current owners said they were utterly appalled by these allegations of abuse, adding, "As a business, we failed our employees who were his victims, and for this, we sincerely apologize." Al-Fayed died last year at the age of 94.
Closer to home, 5 people have been arrested in a human trafficking investigation in Halton. Police say this ring had been operating in Halton region and the Greater Toronto area for the last 5 years. 4 men and a woman face several charges, including assault with a weapon, human trafficking, and advertising sexual services. Police haven't said how many victims there were, but they have released the photos of the accused because there may be more.
An employee at a St. Catharines High School is facing sex charges, and Niagara police believe there may be more victims. A student under the age of 16 was touched in a sexual manner in the St. Catharines Collegiate last year. 56-year-old Lawrence Perrian, and caretaker at the school, has been charged with sexual assault and sexual interference.
Niagara police have released the name of a man killed in Welland earlier this week. On Tuesday morning, police say they were called to a house on Broadway to assist paramedics. 24-year-old Matthew Teal was pronounced dead in hospital a short time later. A 19-year-old woman, Summer Etherdahl, has now been charged with second-degree murder.
The defense is set to begin its case today for a man accused of killing his teenage cousin on Hamilton Mountain. 16-year-old Mark Pistoyoung was stabbed in the lung during a large family gathering in July of last year. A forensic pathologist testified it would have taken seconds to minutes to die from a wound like that. There's no dispute that Laureano Pistoyoung killed Mark that night after a rough basketball game during the party, and the 22-year-old is charged with second-degree murder, but the defense says he wanted to plead guilty to a lesser charge of manslaughter.
A Mississauga man is recovering after he was run over by his own vehicle stolen outside his home. Peel Regional Police have released shocking video of the theft. So it starts out with a woman at his front door.
Hello, I'm here for the Porsche. I think I'm waiting for my dad, so if I can take a look at it.
So as the Porsche's owner walks around the vehicle, trying to unlock the doors with the woman inside, she backed up and hit him. He somehow got up, trying to stop the woman, who eventually drove off. Now, police believe two other vehicles that you see in this video, a silver gray SUV and a blue SUV, were connected to the theft. Peel Police recommend that people use the buy and sell exchange zones at their stations if you're selling a vehicle or anything else. Well, there is going to be increased security for this weekend's Ancaster Fair. It starts today, and organizers are putting safety first. Simone Gavros joins us from the Ancaster Fairgrounds with more.
Well, organizers took to Facebook yesterday, letting people know that there would be both an increase in police as well as security. There's going to be them in full force on the site for the entire duration of the event. This is both to ensure both fun and a safe experience for the nearly 50,000 people that come to this event for the next 4 days. Now, starting today, the event starts today at 5 p.m. People can expect to have their bags inspected and also have to pass through metal detectors. Gates also close at 9 p.m. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then there's no re-entry allowed after that. Now, Hamilton police have boosted their security at fairs following a number of swarming incidents that happened first last year, and then just last month there was a violent incident that happened at the Winona Peach Festival where police prevented a potential shooting. Now, the Binbrook Fair also introduced new security measures last weekend, including searching all bags at the gate, improved lighting, and video surveillance. And while there was no violence reported at the festival, police did charge a teenager near it after threatening another teenager with a pellet gun. Now, police are reminding people who are coming to the festivals to be sure that their belongings are secured, they're coming in groups, and that they're trusting their instincts. For now, Annette, back to you.
Okay, thanks very much. Well, the first human case of West Nile virus in Niagara this year has been confirmed. While most people infected with West Nile from mosquito bites don't get sick, about 20% will experience flu-like symptoms and fatigue. 1% of individuals infected with the virus will develop more serious symptoms. To reduce the risk of exposure, Niagara Public Health recommends draining standing water, wearing clothing that covers your arms, legs, and head, and using insect repellents. Well, Michelin has awarded stars to 4 restaurants in its Toronto guide, 3 of which are outside the city. This year, Michelin expanded its coverage to the Toronto and region area. And the new stars include Pearl Morissette in Niagara. It earned a star for its sustainability efforts. It features local ingredients and a garden. Hexagon in Oakville and The Pine in Creemore, Ontario also received Michelin stars. Inside Toronto, the Italian cuisine Danico also earned a star.
Congratulations to Pearl Morissette. I've been there,
Yeah, we've been
for the show. Fabulous spot.
They hosted us a while back. I remember Pearl Morissette.
Hosted us?
They hosted, you weren't on the morning show
Wasn't,
yet. I remember it was on my birthday a few years ago.
Oh, they hosted you for your birthday, did they?
It just happened to be on my birthday. Oh. It was very nice.
So happy I got invited to your birthday. It's really nice of you. I'm not bitter. No, I'm not. To Arlington, Texas, where the Jays back at it against the Rangers after dropping the opener where 21 runs were scored, 13 from Texas. Totally different story last night.
Fly ball left field. Schneider back. Running out of room. It's gone.
Yeah, those are the only runs to cross the plate. A 2-run homer by Adolis Garcia off of Bowden Francis in the 6th inning broke the scoreless tie. That would be the only offense from either side. Francis takes the loss despite another solid pitching outing. He's been great. Went 6 innings, but the Jays got nothing against Texas pitching as Cody Bradford got the win in 7 shutout innings. 2-0 in the final. They go for the sweep this afternoon, but Kevin Gausman will try and stop that.
Big spot for Rosarena and the Mariners. 2-2. So look out, the bat almost hit Julio. And Julio's got to get back to the bag. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no.
Very odd play from Seattle, where the Yankees and Mariners went to extras, and in the 10th, Randy Arozarena loses his bat while striking out, and Julio Rodriguez, who was standing on third with the winning run, jumps out of the way, but then takes his time getting back to the base and is tagged out. Yankees would win 2-1. They become the first American League team to book a spot in the postseason. So there you go, Mayor Matt Cisco. You can't say I don't give the evil empire any love. Biggest news from the sports world on Wednesday, though, came from the boardroom. Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment is now in majority hands of Rogers, the parent company of the Maple Leafs, Raptors, Argonauts, and TFC. They will be controlled by the communications giant after inking an agreement to buy the 37.5 ownership stake from Bell Media for $4.7 billion. So Rogers already owns the Blue Jays, the Rogers Center, and Sportsnet. So what does this mean for sports viewership with Bell-owned TSN? Well, Rogers stated that it will provide Bell with the opportunity to renew its existing broadcast and sponsorship rights at a fair market value. This deal is going to close in the summer. In terms of controlling interest, the Leafs, Raptors, Blue Jays, TSC, Argos. Rogers will be the largest sports holding company in the world, and the only one with franchises in the NHL, NBA, MLB, and MLS. Most valuable of the bunch would be the Leafs. They kicked off their 107th season with the first day of training camp. No action on the ice. That's going to start today. It was all about facing the media, something Mitch Marner has never really been comfortable doing. But you knew he was going to get asked about his contract status as he enters the final year of his deal.
I don't want to look too far ahead. I want to be in the here and now, just ready to go. We're very excited for the opportunity. We brought in some great new players that obviously have just done some amazing things in their past teams, and we're excited to bring on some new faces also that in other places, and everyone's excited to be here. It's been a fun last couple of weeks with everyone on the ice, training-wise in the gym, just getting to know one another, and we're excited for the journey, and we're ready to rock and roll.
All right, they're going to be rocking and rolling on the ice today. They have their first of 6 preseason games starting Sunday at home against the Ottawa Senators.
Okay, let's check and see what's happening on the roads right now. 6:12 on your Thursday. And as we start out, thanks for spending part of your morning with us here at Morning Live. So let's go down and see what's happening at the Burlington Skyway Bridge. Has been busy all week long, remains that way, eastbound coming towards us, a little on the slow side right now. So if you're going to be in that direction, just be aware of that. Give yourself maybe a little extra time. Back down towards Niagara, fairly calm coming out of St. Catharines and Niagara Falls right now. And as we move up around the corner, okay, back camera's not working. Forward plant is moving along in pretty good shape right now, a little bit better than normal. Up by Pearson Airport, we are seeing things moving okay at this particular juncture. So again, the busiest spot right now is moving through Burlington Skyway area. So that's what we've got on the go. As far as weather is concerned, it's not going to be a factor. Well, there's a little bit of fog out there, a little bit of fog, but it will be burned off eventually, and we should see some sunny conditions. What's ahead? Low pressure coming up the American seaboard, not going to bring us any rain. Did bring us a fair amount of cloud yesterday, more than was expected, and we'll see a little bit of that more today. But also, eventually, we'll see more of a northerly flow of air, and that's what's going to be with us. But right now, high pressure is still dominant, so it's not going anywhere, and we've still got nice conditions for the next few days. Really warm to the south of us. We're going to get a little piece of that action, above average temperatures until we get into the weekend, and it's going to be okay. High pressure, this is what we're looking at right now. We are watching a little system, though, on Saturday. This is a bit of a change. Saturday, slight chance of some showers, and you don't see a whole lot here, but a 30% chance of that. Back into sunny conditions on Sunday, and then Monday, we have another system coming in, and it looks like that high pressure is finally moving away. Could bring us some rain on Monday. Here's some temperatures outside right now, 16 to 19 degrees, depending on where you are. Your almanac for today, sun will be up at 7:04, down at 7:21 p.m. Normal highs remain about 20 degrees this time of year. For today, we're going to be maybe a degree higher than we thought yesterday. So 26 instead of 25, feeling like 30, light winds, UV high at 6 tonight. Again, chance of more fog coming through. It's 13 degrees the low, light winds, and into tomorrow we're looking for a high of 26 degrees, but feeling like 32. So maybe bumping up the humidity a little bit tomorrow with light winds and fair amount of sun. So the nice conditions continue, but we now see an end to it, and we'll get to that when we look at the extended forecast coming up in a few minutes. That's it for now.
Okay, right after the break, we're going to say good morning to Emily Vukovic. She's got a preview of what's coming up in Chit Chat.
Also got some business news. An Ontario court approves the sale of Hamilton steelmaker Stelco. There's our friend Emily Vukovic. Good morning.
Hello. Hi, good morning. Coming up in Chit Chat, we discuss a film that was shot and set up in Ontario's cottage country. Ellen DeGeneres is back, and she is being very honest and very pointed. We will discuss. And we're also going to be talking about The Office, but not the American or British version.
Okay.
Any game shows that I can beat Annette at today?
Wow. Tim, that was a very, very close game. Her guesses were very educated and very smart.
It wasn't. You doubled me.
Let's roll the tape.
You beat me 4-2. You beat me soundly.
I feel like that's like one of the only times, so he may hold on to this for a really long time.
Yeah. Savor that.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to. Don't you worry. We'll see you at the couch in a little bit.
Thanks, Emily.
All right, coming up in business news, let's get to some numbers. The Canadian dollar is up 21 basis points, trading this morning at 73.79 cents US. Gold up almost $10, 26.0820 an ounce. Crude oil up 67 cents, 71.58 a barrel. Off to Europe. Hey, Europe. Markets trading across the board in London, Frankfurt, and Paris.
In Asia, the markets were up in Tokyo, Hong Kong, and Shanghai. North American markets, the TSX was down 85 points. The Dow lost triple digits, and the Nasdaq was down by 54.
All right, let's get into business news, and we start with steelmaker Stelco is a step closer to a takeover by American steel manufacturer. Stelco has received approval from the Ontario Superior Court for its $3.8 billion deal with Cleveland Cliffs. The deal offers Stelco shareholders $60 in cash plus a portion of Cliffs stock per share. The deal that is expected to close in the fourth quarter of this year, pending any final conditions.
Sleep Country says a majority of its shareholders support a new deal to sell the business to a Toronto-based holding company. The deal is worth $1.7 billion. The mattress retailer says Fairfax Financial will acquire all issued and outstanding common shares of Sleep Country for $35 a share. The Ontario Superior Court of Justice has issued an order and an advance ruling certificate from the Commissioner of Competition to allow this deal to move forward. Sleep Country expects the sale to close in its fourth quarter.
So airlines could soon be charged millions of dollars for resolved passenger complaints as part of a new fee proposal by Canada's transportation regulator. Canadian Transportation Agency launched a one-month consultation on the proposed reforms Wednesday that would include a $790 charge to airlines for each customer complaint resolved by the regulator. The agency estimates it will be able to close more than 22,600 air travel complaints each year, meaning roughly $17.9 million in fees charged to airlines.
Still with airlines, the pilots' unions for Air Canada says the tentative agreement with the airline is going to address a number of issues. However, some think low pay for new pilots may ground this deal. The Airline Pilots Association says the agreement addresses things like work rule, retirement, and overall quality of life benefits. But some pilots worry the ongoing pay disparities could prompt some pushback from flight crew, and it could jeopardize the deal's approval. Air Canada won't comment on the details of the contract, of course, until it's ratified, but it says it recognizes the pilots' contributions.
That's business news for this half hour. It's like we're living in San Diego.
Yeah, it's kind of like an even temperature the whole time.
How long will it last? Steve has the answer after this.
Welcome back to Morning Live, 6:24 on your Thursday, and checking things on the roads right now. Weather, of course, not a factor. We'll get to the extended forecast shortly, but looking along the QEW out of Niagara, heading into Stony Creek and Hamilton, traffic's moving along in pretty good shape. Not quite as busy heading down towards the border, but it is still busy. In fact, almost stopped in a couple of lanes here. Looking again eastbound, Burlington Skyway Bridge, as you come the other way from Burlington into through Stony Creek, heading down towards Niagara, things are certainly a lot easier. But again, up by Pearson Airport, it's been busy all morning. So if you're heading out and about today up by the Ford plant, traffic's moving along well right now, but it was busier, but seems to have alleviated itself a little bit. So again, on the roads, it's busy in spots right now in the usual areas. Let's have a look now and see what's happening weather-wise for us in our usual areas. Let's check our temperatures outside. Right now, Niagara Falls at 17 degrees. We're seeing mostly clear skies down there. A little bit of cloud in the Hamilton area, also Cayuga area, but clear down towards Simcoe. Hamilton 17 degrees. Kitchener, a little bit of fog right there now, along with Guelph, both sitting at 12 degrees. North shore of Lake Ontario, Burlington 19 with some cloud, and 15, 16 up to 19 degrees with varying amounts of cloud from Milton, Mississauga, and the Toronto area. So not a bad start to the day. What's going on? We do have this low pressure system coming up the American coast. We did get a fair amount of cloud yesterday with it. We'll get a little bit more now. And we're also seeing some fog in some areas, but the sun will eventually clear away. However, as we get into Saturday, then we're looking for the possibility of a few showers moving through the area. And then again, it will get clearing up for Sunday. Today, heading up to 26 degrees. Once the fog and the clouds clear, it's going to be kind of nice out there. Your evening commute, but 26 degrees, much like it was last night. Extended forecast shows fall arrives Sunday. Of course, that's coming up. But until then, we're going to be at or above seasonal, and even into next week, we're going to be close to seasonal, but temperatures certainly noticeably cooler than they are this week and last week. That's a look at things for now.
Okay. Well, a nursing home in the States is celebrating the new season of Golden Bachelorette in style.
So this is the second time that Sunrise Senior Living in Colorado Springs has hosted a watch party for the show. I guess this is the first time it's the Golden Bachelorette, because it was the Golden Bachelor the first time around. Last year, ABC reached out to the home to host a celebration for the premiere of the Golden Bachelor. So as part of the festivities, there was a senior prom with live music. Organizers say it's never too late for a little romance. I remember there was a local senior home that we went to that was watching the Golden Bachelor.
That's cool.
When it aired. And I think the Golden Bachelorette, did it start last night? Yeah, it just started. In the state, it's not in, Canada's on Monday. Producer Tansy, who's...
okay, so no spoiler alerts here on what happened.
Thankfully, we have a Bachelor and Bachelorette expert in Producer Tansy. Knows,
yes.
Knows everything
she catches up on all that.
So we appreciate that, Dan.
Yes.
Good stuff. All right, that 1/2 hour down on your Thursday morning. Come on back, will you? Hope you're having a good start to your day.